Before I proceed to the main topic of today's talk, I would like to point out something about our justice system. And I'm not talking about American or Israel justice system. I'm talking about the universal justice system that is at work in every country in the world, and if the country lacks said system, that exact system would be created there given a chance. The system is as follows. First, a citizen commits a crime. It doesn't really matter what the crime is, only that the laws forbid the action or inaction that he does. Then he gets caught. Then he gets trialed and becomes a criminal officially. Then he gets punished, usually by serving a jail time and or paying a fine. And finally, he's forgiven by the society because he served his punishment. There are, of course, some special cases that involve specific limitations on movement or age of people he can contact, but the above scheme is more or less universal in any justice system in any country on our planet. Now, you probably understand that this is the way it is because we, as human species, have precisely that sense of justice. So, understandably, it is reflected in our current justice system. In other words, it is like that because we believe that it is the only right way to forgive someone of his crimes. Even in the times where death punishment was the dominant way of punishing people, this series of events was the only way to forgive people. Even children are not exempt from this. If they misbehave, they get punished. They don't get spanked anymore, but they are placed on a timeout or in the corner of a room facing the wall, or simply restricting their gaming time on a computer can fulfill the role of a punishment. However, what happens if you cannot punish the criminal? What if you reach the state when the criminal have committed a crime and you have caught him and you have brought him to the court, he was investigated and found guilty, but you cannot do anything to him other than tell him that he is a baddie and other mean words. Words that don't actually right the wrong that he has done. You can demand him to apologize and that's it. And he will gladly say some more words that don't exactly mean anything to him, but no actions will be made. And in my opinion, this is exactly where we are with tech giants like Facebook, Twitter and Alphabet. They censor speech, they slander people, they delete accounts, and when they are proven wrong, all they do is apologize and promise to do better. You remember when Professor Peterson's Google account was deleted? Not just YouTube channel, the whole account. No one was punished, no one was made responsible. YouTube just pretended this didn't ever happen, and they never talked about it. There hasn't been a month without a controversy within one of these firms. Every month, one of them fucks up, apologizes, and promises to do better. They pay no fines, no one gets jail time. And this is why it is perfectly fine not to forgive people or corporations who only ask for forgiveness but don't get punished. We should give everyone a chance of redemption, but there can be no redemption without punishment. This is just the way we humans operate. It is that way both because we want to punish criminals and because criminals without punishment will have no incentive to stop being criminals. Think about it in your spare time. That is all. Stay vigilant.
What did you guys do with Kathy Griffin when she was saying she wanted the names of those young kids wearing the MAGA hats at the Covington High School kids?
Yeah, that's a great example, Joe.
Do you think that was an error?
I think that it was short-sighted, and given the context of what was going on there, that if I was doing this all over again, I would probably ask my team to look at that through the lens of what was the purpose behind that tweet. We're going to make mistakes. Even if we get better, there will always be mistakes.
You have a very specific rule set. And more importantly, in the context of a targeted conversation, I can say a whole bunch of things that would never be considered a rule break, but that one is, which is ideologically driven.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback. I mean, we're again always learning and trying to understand different people's perspectives, and it's something that I'll definitely discuss with my team.
And so then the mainstream narrative becomes, oh, they're only banning people who are part of a harassment campaign. But you literally see legitimate, high-profile individuals getting suspensions for joining in on a joke.
Oh, there for sure probably mistakes in there. I don't think that any of us are claiming that we got this 100% right.
And probably our team having a lack of context into actually what's happening as well. And we would fully admit we probably were way too aggressive when we first saw this as well, and made mistakes.
Hashtag learn to code, quoting The Daily Show, and he gets a suspension. Threatening death and inciting death is a suspension too. It feels like it's only going in one direction.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of work to do to explain more clearly when we're taking action and why, and certainly looking into any mistakes we may have made in those particular situations.
A man named Carl Benjamin, also known as Sargon of Akkad.
I can see. First strike. Fuck white people, kill all men, die cis scum. None of the above qualify as hate speech.
Obviously, he's joking around there.
It also sounds like he's trying to make a point about your
Yeah.
rules and how you enforce them, not actually.
Possibly.
Well, which
Again,
is also